989-06-200. Who you think won the draft? We got a lot of people chiming in. But ain't Randall Martin, though, he agrees with Randall down in Tampa. He agrees with James Blackwell about just correct American kids that wake up in the game, and they better wake up because the game has changed a little bit. But it's not is it kids or it's our systems. That's the thing because kids they just go play.
Right.
But when you're playing 1,000 games in AAU and playing the same people over and over again, do you get better, or do you need to get in a better system that can develop you personally, and maybe have like a pro-like environment where you can continue to improve your game? Because this is not a good look at all.
Not a good.
AAU, and this is coming off the heels of four players from the French team winning the first round. Right. Wembanyama from last year.
Yep.
Winning the first round. Oh, he's the number 1 overall pick. So basically, the top talent in the world all played on an international French team. All were under the age of 20.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Right.
All look like they were showing tape. They've been playing since they were 15, 16 in the French in the European League. So they've been playing. So we have AAU players that come up in the system in the U.S., and they could either go to G League, right, coming out of high school,
or go to college,
or they can go to college.
Right.
You can't go straight to the NBA.
Right.
So between the ages of 15 and 18, all the guys in Europe are playing in professional basketball. So age 15 and 18, guys in the U.S. are playing either high school or AAU basketball. It is pretty clear and evident just by what the NBA is choosing to go with. I'm not going to say by the end result, because if you look at who's holding up the titles, it's the Jalen Brunsons of the world and the Browns and et cetera. But that may eventually change. But right now, what we see, one group of 15 to 18-year-olds do it one way, one do it another way. One seems to be coming out better. Why is that?
I think it's systematic. I haven't.
Meaning our AAU system?
Our AAU system.
What we do in the system?
In the system, how they play a gazillion games.
Yes.
But playing a gazillion games in a system that really don't advance your personal development.
Yeah.
I mean, you in shape, but I mean, your game's not in shape.
That's true.
Getting better, yeah.
So Randall mentioned something. I think it was Randall. Maybe it was Blackwell. Somebody else on the chat. So guess who those from 15 to 18? Guess who they're playing against though?
15 to 18.
No, they're playing against DJ Burns,
the professional
Harrison Ingrams, and alike. Because now what's going to happen? Everybody that doesn't get drafted, like you said, you can make some money in Europe.
Yeah.
So they're going to go to Europe and play.
Yeah.
So now what you have is an 11th grader playing against a Harrison Ingram from UNC in AAU. Imagine if AAU had seniors from college playing in AAU.
Yeah.
And that's who they were playing against.
Right.
Be much better developed.
Yeah, they'd be better
It'd be a lot tougher.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on in Europe, though.
That's what's going on in Europe.
Yeah.
So, and even some of our guys are going over there playing, which is making it even more competitive.
Yeah. So they're more prepared.
To your point.
Well, that's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking
A
like.
couple of guys got drafted yesterday. They went to Australia to play, kind of like Melo Ball did, to develop his talent, right? It came back.
That was the one they said, one kid, he was from the U.S.
Yeah.
I said, what?
Yeah, but he's playing Australia in the pro league there. A couple of guys did that for that reason
And
we
then
just
they come
talked
back.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would they even need that if we didn't have these one and dones and they would stay in college and get developed
Well,
as a player?
See,
You get you get passed over. That's what happens.
right. I think
That's what's gonna happen. You
So
get passed
there's
over.
no fix to this.
no,
then.
I think it happens before that. Before you even I think in that 14 year old range. I think that's because these guys they playing up like at the pro level, 16, 17 years old. These other guys, they still playing the AAU, U17 or whatever. It's not gonna improve.
Not gonna,
It's not gonna help that much.
I don't want to. I do it out, but it's a sports shop. We go there. I think it's what we think we're doing in our AAU system. We talk about development. We're not developing anybody. It's a money game. It's a money game. This is a money scheme. This is who can have the most summer camps for kids to make money. very few programs out there developing any of these young people in the AAU system. I very few people that I look at and I say, coming out of the AAU system, I could see how it helped him to help that person develop. They were already naturally talented. They never really got challenged. They never really get pushed. They play all these games, meaningless games that mean nothing. Because whenever I see these tournaments, they have hundreds of teams in Atlanta and in Orlando and other places. And I'll watch one of these tournaments. What the hell is this? It's not. You could tell one team, 3 or 4 players, maybe okay. Then they got to stand out. Then you got 3 or 4 teams that have really, really good talent, and they compete against each other. But there are 50 other games that they play through. It means nothing.
Yeah.
But aren't they playing the best? Some of the best players?
Once. They all in these no. All in these the way they have it bracketed, they don't play each other. They play all these mediocre teams. They finally get to where you get the real teams. Yeah. And they're playing, the final, quote unquote, finals. And then those guys should have been playing all week long against each other.
Let me offer this and just a different alternative to this. It really depends on what your end goal is. Because the AAU situation, like I'm just trying to get my kid a scholarship.
Right.
Well, development helps.
Yes.
Development helps, but maybe that's his ceiling. Is getting a scholarship to a university, then go on for there. Maybe all of them, because all of them not going to make it to last night anyway.
Exactly.
So maybe your ceiling is, if your ceiling is a scholarship and being seen by some coaches, then I'm good with that. But what we are arguing against, or we are trying to talk about, is that what can we do to improve our chance to have more high-end Americans being drafted versus what's going on in Europe. So that's I just want to.
And how do you do that though?
Right.
With the way the system is.
I don't know. That's a great question. Other than create, we thought the G League was going to do that, but that's G League.
And they're getting selected over some of the ones that are in college. Even last night.
It's if you make it out of that G League, it's a true development league. I mean, that's what it's developed for. It's true development league. That's what they're getting drafted. That's the only thing we have equivalent to what those guys are doing in Europe, our G League. That's what's equivalent, and they are getting drafted, and they are going, in the top 5.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe we need to manage our expectations that just because we see you win or be in the Final Four, that you're one of the best players in the world. When maybe you just maybe you're not.
Your sister said the same thing. And by the way, Jimmy Ray was on here. The other part I thought about, AAU is definitely a money grab, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Because it's expensive.
That's an understatement.
You better have some money if you have a kid playing AAU.
Yeah.
But if you're buying an eyeball from a coach or coaches to get your kid a full scholarship to play at a university, I get it, right? That's if me hanging around Kevin Durant gets me a look, right, knowing I ain't gonna win nothing. But it gets me a look by another coach.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I.e. John Morant.
Yeah.
Seriously. John Morant got a scholarship because so many people came to see Zion.
Right. And he was in the other gym just shooting.
Right. So that was the purpose.
That's a great point.
So that was the purpose. Great conversation. We see you guys on the other